Hey, this is Isaac from Hunger Smash Fitness. I was just going to do a video today just kind of showing what all I keep in my gym bag. So this isn't necessarily like a competition bag, this is just kind of my everyday stuff. But yeah, just a little look into what I use, what I keep on hand just in case. And then if you have any ideas or if you feel like I'm missing anything, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And please remember to just like and subscribe. And yeah, let me know what you carry with you to the gym and what you think is important. So I'd say probably the most important thing for me is my knee sleeves. I have they're Norse Fitness. I love these. I've had both of my medial menisci operated on and partially removed. Long story with that. Had a lot of issues and everything with that. My knees are doing much better now. But I always wear these because I feel like they provide the support that I need when I'm squatting, deadlifting, whatever. They help keep my joints warm and just give me that little bit of extra support. So I can post a link to these down below. But yeah, I really like these. These are some of the most important things I feel like in my bag. Second, I just got this not too long ago. It's a Best belt by the Best. I don't know their first names or anything. I just know their last name is Best, and they make amazing belts, lifting belts. I got the dual prong. Didn't go with the lever belt. I figured just for early on, I would just go with the dual prong and kind of wear it for a while. I'm not competing at a high level or anything like that, so there's no reason for me to go with that type of belt. So this, I love it though. It's got the nice taper. I don't remember what millimeter of thickness I ended up going with. It wasn't the thickest and it wasn't the thinnest, so I will say that. But yeah, I love this thing. This thing's been amazing. So yeah, look them up. I can definitely post a link to their website down below as well. Yeah, if you're looking for a belt in the $100 range, a little over, they're definitely something to look into. I have, got a jump rope in case I'm feeling frisky and feel like jumping around. So there's this. It's just a cheap $5 one. I think I got it at Big 5 or something like that. It's nice every now and then to warm up with, basically. I have a couple of these bands right here. I ended up going with Fit Simplify. I don't really use them that much. I use them just kind of for warming up my hip abductors once in a while. If I feel like I need that, if I feel like they're not really doing their job, if they're not firing properly. I got the full set of them right here. They're nice. I mean, they're not very much resistance. They're pretty light, so it's just kind of for warming up. But I mean, for someone who is coming back from an injury or something like that, this may be all you need. You can do a lot with this. From a physical therapy standpoint, you can accomplish a lot just with a band. And that's also why I bought these. It's a bag of Canway bands. I think they're like $30 on Amazon. These are really nice. I got the long ones. Technically they say they're for pull-up assistance or whatever, but I use them for deadlifts, bench, all sorts of stuff, and even just for exercises for strengthening the shoulders, strengthening just all your supporting complexes. These are phenomenal. You can get a complete workout with just bands. And I'll post a video later on about some of the exercises you can do with just a nice set of bands like these for, yeah, like I said, for $30 on Amazon, it's really not that much. I like them because I can help use them to warm up my lats, warm up, you know, get ready for bench, get ready for deadlift, squat, all that sort of stuff. So I really like these. I feel like they're a good resistance. I don't remember the exact resistance amounts. Let me see. I think it says in the little booklet here. Yeah, so red is 15 to 35, black is 25 to 65, purple is 35 to 85, and green is 50 to 125. And of course it's, you know, it's a range, so depending on how tight you're pulling the band, it's going to offer a different amount of resistance. But I like them. I feel like they do the job. I feel like every gym bag needs a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball. This is great for getting those trigger points if the muscle is tight, sore. This will do the trick. It's light and you can always have it with you if something is bound up or tight, not really functioning properly. These will do wonders. You can work on your foot, work on your hamstring, quad, back, glutes, whatever. This is phenomenal for those little minor aches and pains. I do have some of the Wad Nation floss wrap. This stuff's interesting. I've only used it a couple times. Basically the idea is you can stretch it and surround the joint, and it kind of locks down the tendon, and then when you're moving through a range of motion, it stretches the muscle in a different way than actually just stretching. And it's really interesting because I feel like you gain a lot of range of motion after using it. I really want to look at more research on kind of what exactly it's doing in the muscle fibers. I wasn't able to find a lot, but I got a good discount on it and figured I'd go ahead and give it a shot. And it's interesting. I feel like it does actually loosen up the joints. It gives you more range of motion. It kind of helps break up the tissues a little bit. So I kind of want to do more research on that before actually saying it's a really good thing or it's a really bad thing, basically. So I have a couple sets of deadlifting straps, which honestly I don't remember when I've used them last. I think every now and then I might throw them on for a heavy set, but I don't really do much with them. Usually just a little bit of chalk and making sure that my lats and everything are warmed up and active will usually do the trick. So yeah, I mean honestly I think you can get a lot of the Harbinger and everything for $5 or $10. They're not really that expensive. Once you're getting into heavier weights, I definitely think there's an advantage to using them. In the lighter weights with deadlifts and stuff, it's kind of a hassle to put them on. It impedes your setup, so you have to do it quickly and kind of know what you're going to do with it before trying to set up with them, because then it slows down the whole process. And I feel like they can be really good when used properly, but for just lighter everyday weight, it's much better just to work your grip strength and just hang on to the bar. So that's my opinion on those. I have a couple different wrist wraps. I got these for bench. One of my buddies was doing a powerlifting meet and won them, and he gave them to me. And I've used them a couple times. They're nice. They only go around the wrist about once, so they don't really provide that much support. But you know, they're really easy and fast to put on, and if you just want that little bit of support for your wrist, yeah, they're not bad. if you want to feel like Mega Man, then you got the slingshot wrist wraps, and these things are phenomenal. These, once you put them on, your wrist is completely stabilized. I feel like it really helps protect your wrist a lot. And it also helps improve your grip strength a little bit because it pulls down your extrinsic finger flexors. And so these, I don't use them very often, but when I do, I notice there's a huge difference in how I'm pressing when I use these. So these are pretty cool. I like these. I have my liquid chalk from Iron American. This stuff I really like too. It's fairly inexpensive. I don't remember how much it was for the 2-pack. I can look it up and post that. And I mean, honestly, you don't really use that much. You just put a little dollop on your hands and you know, about the size of a dime or so. And I feel like it helps a lot. Chalk with bench and with deadlift, can use it for squat and everything too. It helps because it helps you grip the bar. So it provides that extra little bit of friction on your hands so that your hands aren't sliding, and it helps everything just activate better. So I feel like all of your muscles are able to work that much better because they're stable, because they're locked down onto the bar properly. So I like chalk. I know a lot of gyms don't let you use it because it's messy. With the liquid chalk, it's actually not really that messy because you just put a little bit on, it dries, and it's right on your skin. So yeah, I like it. This is my secret weapon. It's salt. So as you're exercising, you're going to be sweating, and you definitely start feeling a little bit of fatigue. And there's a long process. You can do your research. I can post a video about it later and everything. But as you sweat out, you're losing salt, blah, blah, blah. Taking a little pinch of salt and putting it on your tongue makes a huge difference. Your muscles instantly, even if they're fatigued, if you've been working out for an hour or whatever, instantly your muscles just feel revitalized and invigorated, and it's phenomenal. It's a good thing to keep in your bag. Just a little pinch. I like the large grains. I feel like if you're going with like table salt or something like that, it's just hard. I mean, you're pinching this really fine dust, and I like this because then you can just take one or two of the little grains and use those. So that's really nice. I love that stuff. I like keeping snacks in my bag because I eat all the time and I'm always hungry. I mean, when you're 6'4", 6'5", somewhere around there, and I think I'm at like 285 right now. Yeah, I just find that I'm always hungry. So, and then I like to keep a log of everything that I do. So this is just an old book from the Navy, and I just write down everything that I do in here. So yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Helps keep you honest. Helps you kind of keep track of what you're doing. Yeah, it's just a good reminder. And then if you have any doubts or questions about anything, you can always just look back and see what you did. And so it's that nice, easy, simple, like, what did I do on that day? I do have a little bit of ammonia, the smelling salts. I use these for the powerlifting competition that I did. It makes a difference. I read a ton of reviews on it. Well, I mean, there's only been, I think, 6 studies done total on the effect of smelling salts on athletes. And I read them, and some of them said nothing was really discovered. It's just a placebo. Others said that, yeah, there is some strength increase. When inhaling ammonia, there can be a 5 to 15% strength in output. It's kind of shady on why exactly there's a strength output. Yeah, but it definitely works. When I was using it used it a little bit during the competition, and it's one of those things where you take a little whiff and immediately everything wakes up. I don't know if it necessarily gives you a strength output, but it gives you a burst of energy. And I think that could cause, even if it is technically a placebo, I think it could cause a strength increase, or an increase in the amount of force that you're able to exert based off of, even if it's a placebo. But yeah, so that's an interesting one. I don't think it's necessarily required. I think there's a lot of people that do a ton of weight without using ammonia. I don't use it in everyday training ever. I think I sniffed it once before the meet because I just wanted to see what it felt like, and then I used it a couple times at the meet, and that was about it. But yeah, it's interesting because it definitely gives you that boost. So yeah, something to look into if you're interested. And then the last thing that I have in my bag is some Iron Rebel knee wraps. These are the Outlaw, and these are nice. They definitely help you with the squat, because as you go down, it's locking that joint in, and so as you go down into the squat, it gives you a little bit of that boost up out of the bottom. But then again, like I was saying, with the knee surgeries and everything that I've had, I'm always leery of what my knees are doing. And so I like using this when I'm squatting super heavy, which for me is over 500 or so. Just because of that little bit of support that they give and the little boost that they give at the bottom. And I don't usually wrap them super tight. Usually I wrap them tight enough where it's offering that support without making my leg go numb. So I know a lot of other people say you should just strap it as tight as you can. You're only wearing it for about 30 seconds and then you rip them off as soon as the squat's done. I'm not quite to that point. I guess I'll just say that. But I do like them. So yeah. So in short, there's my bag. I mean, there's not a ton in there, but it's little things that I like to have with me all the time. So if there's ever, anything at the gym or whatever, then I like to just have it on hand. Wooster, what are you doing? Come here. And of course, always keep your gym dog in here. Come here. Oh, so this is Wooster. He's a good boy. This is the family dog, but he's also my gym dog. He likes to hang out with me in the gym. And he likes to pace around when I'm working out. So, alright, well, that's about it. So yeah, please remember to like and subscribe, share this around if you have the chance. And yeah, always feel free to comment down below. Let me know what you like to have in your bag. And if you think I'm missing anything, if you think that there could be anything that would be beneficial for me to have on hand when I'm lifting or anything else, let me know. Let me know what you think. And let me know what you think of some of the gear. If you have different equipment that you like to have on hand, let me know. Maybe I'll look into it. So anyways, that's all for today. Thanks. Have a good one.